Hmm. Good morning. After meditating for nearly an hour, I finally came to the computer from the atrium this morning, and a couple of emails caught my attention. The second one especially. Well, both of them did. I only looked at two, as a matter of fact. But anyway, I changed I changed my title and topic somewhat this morning because of the second email. The title that I finally typed in: Mothers form protective circle around protesters in Turkey. And I wrote the blurb. This was not to be my topic when I came to the computer this morning. Yet when I read it, I changed my mind. Despite warnings from the Turkish Prime Minister and police with live ammunition visibly in the area, mothers of all ages came by the thousands and formed a circle, a human chain around the protesters in Gezi Park. Suddenly the Prime Minister called for talks with the protesters instead of violence. The writer who sent it to me, and I forgot a letter, the writer who sent it to me saw this as a sign of the divine feminine helping to raise consciousness. I agree that something is happening. I can feel it, even if I cannot describe it in detail yet. Humanity is awakening and rising in awareness. Real change is here and leaving its mark everywhere. Like many of you, I sometimes get frustrated by all the things that I see that seem to be staying the same, things that need to change, like leadership in countries and leadership in corporations and leadership in the world at large, geopolitical change that we can see, change in the financial system that we can see, and we can start resting a little easier. Well, this isn't a time of rest. This is a time of birthing a new humanity. And birthing a new humanity means the divine feminine is really working hard. Mother Earth is working hard in all of us. In all of us. Last night, we were at the Awakening Circle, which we changed the name to the Awakening Path. I think that's what we did. But we talked about some of the things that need to change, some of the things that we can do. And each of us, if you're like me, we have a tendency to want people to change the way we're changing and to be involved in our particular project. But Spirit was impressing me this morning before I came to the computer that there are many different roles being played, and I keep getting that message. Ron, there are roles. There are roles being played. There are different functions for different folk. Not everybody's going to do it the same way or to be focusing on the same issue, because there are multiple issues and multiple things that need to change. So there's some people that are focused on the GMOs, for example. There are some people that are focused on the chemtrails. There are some people that are focused on the vaccines. There are other people focused on, you name it. The list of problems is long, and the solutions are many. And I cannot bring a solution to everything that I see. Neither can you. We can only, as long as we're in these bodies, which we are redeeming, which we are bringing into alignment with the higher self or with the soul or with the spirit, these bodies still have certain time and space limitations. That's what I said to one of my friends on the other email that I saw before I read this one. And I will actually read you. It's not very long. I will actually read the email to you. But in any case, this individual, this man, would like to be my friend, and many of you would like to be close, like to interact with me more. And unfortunately, I cannot, I do not have the time or the energy to interact on a close personal level with all the people that would like to interact with me. I just can't do it. It doesn't matter what I want or you know, I'd like to be able to interact with everybody and not shut anybody out, but I can't. I just can't do that. But anyway, he encouraged me by ending his thing, but he feels very strongly that my friend from Canada and I will get to meet, that the issues of her coming into the United States will be resolved, and I really am thankful for that message, because I feel it's true also. Right now, that the two of us are taking some time and spending some time alone, just going inside and centering ourselves and trying to get a clearer message on what it is that we can do to help bring about our desire to meet each other and to perhaps create the relationship that both of us have wanted for a long time. In any case, this letter concerning Turkey was the one that really caught my eye, because the idea of the divine feminine at work comes up yet again, and it comes up repeatedly for me, both in forming a relationship and in trying to bring more feminine energy into my home here, into my nest, if you will, but in the world at large. The mother, the divine mother, Gaia, wants to purge all of the pollution and stop all of the craziness, and is working with us, in us, through us, to awaken us to that material plane that needs to be redeemed. So many spiritual things teachings, I should say, not things, teachings and doctrines and stuff like that have come down through us through the ages, diminishing the feminine, diminishing the material realm, diminishing and pushing down the physical manifestation of things. But the physical manifestation of things is no mistake. That is the feminine. The feminine is the receptive. The material world is the receptor of the spiritual reality. And these are now starting to dance instead of dueling with each other. They've never really dueled except within humanity, I believe. It's in humanity that the dueling has taken place. But it's changing. And let me stop my monologue here. Dear everyone, I just have to share this with you. I posted the message below on every Lightworker page and account I could this evening around 7 p.m. Urgent. Dear friends, dear Lightworkers, tonight we reached a critical point in Turkish protests. There is imminent danger, and final illegal warning has been issued to the protesters by the Prime Minister. Police with live ammo have been observed around the protesters for the first time since the protests began, and they are in the thousands. Please add us to your prayers and send any healing, calming energy you can to us. Thank you. And within 2 hours or so, this has happened. Miracles do happen. Tonight after 9 p.m., after hearing all the warnings and threats, mothers came. All the mothers of all ages whose children are protesting in Gezi Park surrounded the park with a human chain. Tonight there won't be an attack. Mothers are there to protect their cubs. Thank you for your prayers. Thanks to all tiger moms. And as I posted the above, more was happening. Suddenly, the Prime Minister wanted to talk to real representatives of the protests. They urgently flew out to Ankara. I do not expect much from the negotiations, but what the mothers did brings tears to my eyes. They did not plan this. They did not know each other. They just came with their homemade cookies and cinnamon cakes in their hundreds, if not thousands. And now they are on night watch. There is a wonderful piano concert within the park tonight. The police are also just hanging around and sitting on the floor, waiting, and poor guys, what else can they do except feel the love? No one can tell me now that ascension is a myth. It is happening everywhere, right in front of us. If this is not the divine feminine, I don't know what is. I thought this would cheer you up as well. Yeah, things like that do cheer me up. And I hope it cheers you up to know that no matter what it looks like, we are in line for major, major sweeping changes in consciousness. It can't be stopped. It's going to touch the highest levels of our culture and our society, those levels that want to control everything and dominate the whole world. It's touching them too, and I encourage you, no matter what else you might be involved in, to take time every day to consciously surround those that want to rule the world with love and light and your prayers. Whatever religion you are, however you've been taught to pray, pray for those that sit in the ivory towers and sit in the high places. Pray for those in spiritual high places that we don't even see, that God will cause all things to work for the highest good, which I think is going to happen anyway. But let spirit know, let the world know that you want positive change, that you want to help a world come into being that works for everyone, that you want to help to give birth to a new humanity. Honor the divine feminine within yourself, even if you're a guy, even if you're of the other gender. It doesn't matter. The divine feminine is in us all, and we all are mothers and fathers. Tomorrow's Father's Day, but let the divine feminine come alive in you, so that you can be the healing balm that the world needs. Continue to play your role and focus on what you feel is important. It doesn't matter if others see it or not. You do it. And when you can, do it with others. Build a community. Work with others. Work together, like we just talked about in the meeting last night. We need to have communities and be part of a larger whole. Everybody needs that, even if it's just a few people getting together to work on a single issue. We each need to do what we're called to do, what we feel our passion is to do. And it's not about everybody getting on exactly the same page. I don't think that can happen or will happen, at least not for a while, if ever. We each need to do what we came to do, just like the body. We've talked about the analogy of the body before. Each organ does its own thing, and all of them work together. And when there is balance and harmony in the body, we are healthy. And that is true in our human culture. When each person does what he or she is called to do, what he or she feels impassioned to do, when we do what feels right for us, we each are playing the role in helping the whole heal. And this is important. And this is, I guess, what Spirit was trying to get me to see as I meditated this morning. Not completely sure of how to put it into words. But again, the sense that everything is on course. Everything is moving toward the goal of creating peace on earth. The goal of bringing heaven to earth and unifying the opposites, letting the divine feminine and the divine masculine, the light and the dark, the positive and negative energies work together to create harmony and a synergy that changes everything. Anyway, that's all I'm going to share with you this morning. I do thank you for listening, and I'm really appreciative of the report of the mothers in Turkey. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, all of my friends. We win. We're going to win, folks. We are winning. That's it. Namaste.